Hey everybody, so depending on when you are watching this video, the holidays are just around the corner. Like literally next week is Thanksgiving, and then just a few weeks after that, Christmas comes along. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite holiday recommendations for gift ideas that you can get your toddlers this year. Now, a lot of the items that I'm going to be sharing with you are very sensory friendly, but that does not mean that your child can't benefit from them if your child does not have any sensory issues. So these items are just some of my favorites that I have either used with the kids that I work with, or I've seen other children use that, and they seem to love these items. So these items can be enjoyed by all children. So the first item, without further ado, is an indoor swing. So I love indoor swings for children, especially if you live in a climate where during the winter time it gets really cold outside. Children need a way of letting out all of that energy that's been built up and trapped inside of them since they can't get outdoors as much as they used to be able to in the summer. So an indoor swing can help with calming, it can help with regulation, it can help with attention, it can help with focus, and overall they're just fun. So my second holiday gift recommendation is kinetic sand. So kinetic sand is basically like little particles of sand, but not like what you think when you go to the beach. These are particles of sand that have some type of magnetic component to them, and it causes like the sand particles to stick together. And so when your children use it and manipulate it, it's very like thick, and they can squeeze it, they can mold it into different objects, and it all kind of sticks back together. So you really don't have to worry about like a huge mess with this unless your child is just purposely like throwing it and slinging it all around the house. But as long as you have like a safe container and maybe put a blanket underneath it, you can kind of just scoop it all back together and it will stick together and be fine. My third holiday gift recommendation for toddlers is no other than this little popper here. And if you've never seen this, I don't know, maybe you're hiding under a rock or from another planet, because these little things have been everywhere this year. 2021, everywhere I go, I see these things. And now they've transformed. They have all different shapes and colors and animals. And now I've even been seeing like bracelets and cell phone covers, and it's just crazy. And I wish I would have invented this, but I didn't. But for those of you who are interested in getting your child one of these, I swear it can keep their attention forever, because after they're done popping one side, guess what? It never ends, because they flip it over and do it again. So keeping in tune with, I guess we would call them like sensory fidgets, another holiday recommendation that I have is these pop-in pipes, or these pull tubes. And these things are another highlight that the children that I work with really, really love, because they're like those long accordions where you can kind of pull them out and they make this really cool noise, and your child can like smush it all back together again and pull it out again. So it's really good for like that sensory input, but it also is really good for like that hand strength and upper body strength, because they really have to like pull it in order for the accordion to completely come all the way out. So you can hold it in one hand with it all pushed together and have your child to pull it away from you to kind of work on that strength piece as well. But that is another popular toy that I recommend for this year. While we're on the subject of these sensory fidgets and sensory tools, I'm not gonna finish this list properly unless I include the ever famous squigs on here. Now these squigs are awesome because they can be pushed together and popped and pull apart. So you can either connect them all. They have all different types of shapes and sizes and things like that. So your child can connect them and then pull them apart. Or one of the cool things that I like to do when I use these with my children is stick them on the window, and then they really get a really good effect from that, because when they pull it, it's even more strength that's required, and it makes it an even louder noise for them. So children love to do that. So squigs is an oldie, but definitely a goodie of mine. My next recommendation for a holiday gift for your toddler is an exercise ball, or some people call it like a yoga ball, or even like the little peanut balls. And these can be used for so many different reasons. And I think your child would really love this, because your child can sit on it while they're doing their work, or playing a game, and it kind of gives them some input because they can kind of bounce on it. Or if you have a child that is really more in need of like some sensory regulation or some calming input, then you can kind of lay them on their bellies over the ball and kind of gently rock them back and forth. Some kids love it when I have them like lay down on the floor and put the ball on their back and kind of roll it back and forth over their back, because that also gives them some input. So there are so many different things that you can do with these exercise balls or peanut balls or things of that nature. My next Christmas gift idea or holiday gift idea for 2021 is a trampoline. Now, trampolines, especially like the smaller indoor ones with the handles, are awesome because children can use it as another outlet, just like I mentioned earlier with the swing. But this one gives them way more input to their muscles and joints because they're feeling that impact on their bodies every time they jump up and down. So it's helping them with that input piece. It's also helping with that balance piece. It's helping them learn how to jump. Now, if your child is not really used to a trampoline or have never used one before, then definitely it's something that you really need to be paying attention to them while they're using it, or even kind of standing and kind of giving them some supervision close by just to make sure that they are safe with it. But once your child really learns the groove of it, then it becomes an all-time favorite for a lot of kids who do have this in their possession. So guys, if you've been keeping up with all of the items that I just mentioned, then you will notice that all of the other items on this list are tangible things that either your child can touch or feel or use somehow or some way with their bodies. But my final suggestion for this holiday season is to purchase your child a sensory night light. And these are so cool because they can project on your child's wall at night. They can have different shapes and different projection pictures. You can also have different music to accompany them. So these can be used especially for kiddos who may have difficulty with sleeping at night or difficulty with getting their bodies to calm at night to prepare for sleep. These are another great visual tool that your child can use to help to calm and regulate them for bedtime. Also, on another note, there may be some of you out there watching this who are thinking like, yes, these items are great because my child actually does have some sensory concerns. And you may be also wondering like, how in the world are you gonna survive this holiday season because of these sensory concerns? I also have a video in which I discuss some holiday strategies for kids who may have some sensory sensitivities. And I will link that in the description below. And make sure you guys subscribe if you are interested in learning more strategies and more tools and just education in regards to child development. So thank you guys for watching, and until the next one.